Okay, here's a little refresher. So we're going to be multiplying fractions. However, first, before you just multiply across and simplify, you have to make sure that you do not have any mixed fractions in your equation. So here you can see if you have a mixed number, this is how you change it. You, number one, multiply the denominator by the whole number. Then, step 2, then add that number to the numerator. Step 3, put that number over the original denominator. Then you go through these steps for multiplying. You have mixed, you can see that bottom part, mixed numbers. Step 1, convert the mixed number to an improper fraction. Step 2, multiply the fractions. Step 3, convert back to a mixed number and simplify. Now I'll show you these steps.
Okay, so we are going to be multiplying with mixed fractions. So step 1, you need to convert your mixed numbers to improper fractions. Again, these steps are listed on that poster that we just barely showed. So go back and pause and look at the example if you need. So example 10 on your independent practice shows that we have 2 and 3/5 times 3 and 7/8. Now, these are both in mixed fraction form, so we need to change them to improper fraction form. We do that by multiplying these two numbers and adding these two numbers. So you have to do it in a circular motion. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 3 is 13. Then you keep the original denominator. So 2 and 3/5 is equal to 13/15. Then we're going to change 3 and 7/8 to an improper fraction by multiplying and adding in a circular motion. 8 times 3 is 24. 24 plus 7 is 31. So we have 31 over 8 because you keep the original denominator. Now that they're both in improper fraction form, we can go ahead and multiply. 13/5 times 31/8. When multiplying, you just multiply across, multiply across. So 5 times 8 is 40. And 13 times 21. Well, let's go ahead, because I don't know about you, but I don't know my 13 or 31 times tables. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 1 is 1. Then we're going to bring down the 0. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 1 is 3. Then we're going to add. 3 plus 0 is 3. 1 plus 9 is 10. 1 plus 3 is 4. So we have 403 over 40. Now, your last step is to change it back into a mixed number, and then don't forget to simplify. So remember that all a fraction line means is division. So we're going to go ahead and divide the top one by the bottom. So 403 goes on the inside and 40 is on the outside. 40 goes into 40 once. 40 times 1 is 40. 40 minus 40 is 0. Bring down the 3. 40 goes into 3 0 times. 40 times 0 is 0. 3 minus 0 is 3. Now remember, when you are converting back into a fraction, you take the remainder and you put it over the original denominator. So we have 10 and 3/40. Now, you would find the greatest common factor. However, when the greatest common factor is 1, you know it's already simplified. 3 is a prime number, so the only factors are 1 and 3, and 3 doesn't go into 40, so we know that this answer is simplified. Now, I'm going to show you how to take a little shortcut. Now, this doesn't always work, but I'm going to go ahead and show you 2 different examples. So we have 1 and 7/8 times 6 2/5. First step is to make sure that your improper fractions are in, or that your mixed fractions are in improper fraction form. So we have 1 7/8. We're going to multiply and add. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 7 is equal to 15 over the original denominator, which is 8. 6 2/5. You're going to multiply and then add. 5 times 6 is 30 plus 2 is equal to 32 over the original denominator, which is 5. Now that they're both in improper fraction form, we can multiply across. So we have 5/8 times 32/5. Now, if you just multiply across and simplify, that will work, always. However, sometimes you can do the shortcut. It's important that you make sure that you look at the diagonals. So, you look for the greatest common factor. Is there or just a factor, and then you can simplify later too. However, if you find the greatest common factor, it will take you straight to the simplest form. So I'm looking at 5 and 15. I can see that 5 is a common factor. 5 goes into 5 once. 5 goes into 15 3 times. Now I can look this way as well. I'm looking at 8 and 32. I can see that 8 will go into 8 once, and 8 will go into 32 4 times. Now I have 3 over 1 times 4 over 1. 3 times 4 is 12. 1 times 1 is 1. And 12 over 1 is equal to 12. That is my answer. Here's one other example of this shortcut. If we are doing the problem 4/15 times 5/3, I can again look and I can see that there aren't any common factors greater than 1 here, so I cannot do the shortcut there. However, I see a common factor here. It is again 5. 5 will go into 5 once, 5 will go into 15 3 times. So now I have 4/3 times 1/3, and then I can just multiply across. 4 times 1 is 4, 3 times 3 is 9. Now, there is not a common factor greater than 1 between 4 and 9, so I know that I've already found my simplest, my fraction in simplest form.